Hey, check it out. I just want to share this real quick. Be a good friend. You know what I mean? What are the signs of being a good friend? One of the signs, there's many, but I want to just touch on one right now, is the fact that you cover your friend and protect them. What do I mean by that? You remember the story where David and Jonathan, the Bible says that David loved Jonathan as his own soul in 1 Samuel chapter 18. He loved him as his own soul. David and Jonathan were covenant brothers. They were friends. They were tight. And when David was going through his fiasco, his situation with Saul, when Saul was trying to kill him, Jonathan was such a friend that he knew that his father was trying to kill David. But David was covered by Jonathan. Jonathan protected him. Jonathan shielded him so that David's life could be preserved. And see, one of the ways you know that you're really connected to somebody, one of the ways you know that you have a real friend is how they handle you when you fall, how they handle you when you mess up, how they handle you when you sin, how they handle you when you go through a rough patch. Because I think a lot of times we just throw that term friend out like it's candy. Yeah, that's my friend. That's my friend. Hey, let me introduce you to my friend. Let me tell you, everybody ain't your friend. You may have some acquaintances, but don't give out that title friend so quickly. People need to earn that title. Because a real friend, when you fall, when you mess up, when you sin, when you go through a rough patch, when you mess up, or even when you offend them, they will never expose you. They will always cover you. When you sin, there's some friends I have right now. There's some stuff I know. You'll never know it. That's between me and them. Because number one, it's none of your business, one, and that's my friend. And so I want to encourage some of y'all, man, be a good friend. Honestly, if you find out something about somebody that you hang with, you find out a secret about them, or they share something with you, and you go and tell somebody, I'm saying this with love, you're not being a good friend. You know what I mean? You're really not their friend, because when you are somebody's friend, there is a connection you have with them, and you understand that when they hurt, you hurt. When, they get exposed or they go through something, you're going through something. So because you're connected to them and you love them as your own soul, you'll cover them, because in covering them, you're covering yourself. And so, I just want to really encourage you, man, to be a good friend and stop throwing that title friend out, so easy, and sometimes I'm just going to say this. I know God can show you people's heart and all that. I really believe that. But honestly, there are some things you will not know about a person until you go through something. There are some things about a person you're not going to know until you fall, until you sin. And then how they handle you, that'll let you know who they really are. Because let me just say this real quick. What is the purpose of a friend? There's many, but I believe one of the purposes of a good friend is somebody that you can go to, share something intimate, something private, something you're dealing with, something, whatever it is, and you can share that with that person. They'll cover you, they won't expose you, and they'll pray you through it so you can get your healing. See, the Bible says, confess your trespasses one to another and pray for one another that you may be healed. That does not mean you just pick some random person and just tell them about your issues. No, I believe that that's dealing with somebody you're in covenant relationship with. I believe God gives us people that we can go to and share some deep things with, areas where we need prayer, areas that are deep where we need God to heal us and touch us. I believe that God gives us these people that we can share those things with, where they won't expose you, but they'll cover you and pray for you, and you can get healed in that area. The reason why a lot of you are still broken in a lot of areas is because you shared stuff with people that were phony. You shared things with people that were really never your friend, and they exposed you and you got hurt. But I believe that if you really find a good friend, I believe that you can share some very private things with, and they'll have your back all the way through. They'll pray you through it. They'll counsel you through it. They'll give you wisdom all the way through it, and you'll get your healing. I just want to encourage you all out there. You know, don't be so random calling people a friend. You know what I mean? You know, people need to earn that title, you know, and, you know, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you call them your friend, don't be exposing them, man. Cover them. Don't be like that. Be a good friend. So I want to pray for y'all. I'm going to be praying for you that's listening to me, that God will send you a good friend. If you don't have a real friend right now and you listening to what I'm saying, you're like, man, I don't have no friends. I'm going to be praying for you that God will really send you a friend, and that you will be a friend by first showing yourself friendly. All right. Peace, y'all. Be a good friend.